I went ahead and tore down that radar gun there. So along with the laser array, I need to fit in a power source, a constant current driver, and some method of cooling. So I'm taking this risk since I really want to clear the elusive 100 watt mark, which has likely never been done in a handheld laser. Okay, everything's put together now. I guess it's finally time to test this thing out. But first I gotta put on my laser goggles. Because seriously, just looking at the output of this thing on a surface is definitely enough to burn your eyeballs out. Alright, so here's the main power switch. Then you can see the readout there for the battery voltage and then the temperature. Then right here's the safety switch, which arms the laser. Alright, here goes nothing. Wow, that's insane! Now just to give you an idea on how stupidly powerful this laser is, I have a couple other lasers here to compare it to. So this laser right here is 5 milliwatts. So a direct hit from anything stronger than this is going to cause eye damage faster than you can blink, or even just a reflection off of a shiny surface. Now this laser right here is 500 milliwatts, or half a watt. So that puts it in the highest laser danger rating there is. So that means that not only is it a fire hazard, but just looking at the spot on a surface can burn your eyeballs out without goggles. And then there's this laser, which eclipses that rating 200 times over. I mean seriously, there's no sane reason for something like this to even exist.
There's no sane reason for something like this to even exist.
Okay, so what can I even do with it? The same thing as any other gadget that isn't boring. Light stuff on fire. Check out how the raw output just torches my desk. I'm not even using a lens here. As for the other burning tests, let's start with the easy stuff. I wonder how fast I can pop these balloons with the laser. That never gets old. Let's try it on a paper bag. Huh, well that's terrifying. Geez, that lit on fire like nothing. Can the raw output ignite wood? I'll take that as a yes. How about a ping pong ball? Some people might ask, how hot is the beam itself? Well, the thing is, there isn't actually a temp... Yeah, it's hot. Okay, well the beam doesn't exactly have a temperature, but it certainly can heat up objects very quickly. Now, how hot depends on a lot of factors, but this piece of wood here heats by hundreds of degrees in under a second. Let's tackle another popular viewer question. Can I send electricity down the laser beam? To test this, I have a voltage multiplier stack that produces very high voltage DC. When the leads are close, the field is strong enough to ionize the air and cause an arc to form. But when they're further apart, the field is weak enough that the only current that passes is from corona. Now when I shoot a laser between the gap, there's no arc as the beam is not conductive. Now if the laser were millions of times more powerful, it could rip apart the molecules in the air to make a conductive plasma, but unfortunately I can't do that with this laser. I can cheat a bit using fire though. By sticking some matches between the gap, I can ignite them with the laser to generate some thermal ions. What happens here is that these ions get accelerated by the field and then smash into other neutral molecules in the air, which generates more ions. This process cascades until you have a giant arc between the electrodes. Alright, so the raw output of the laser is certainly impressive, but I still think I can do better. I wonder how much more damage it could do if I use a lens to focus down the beam. A smaller spot means more damage. A shrink in the beam size in half will actually quadruple the power density on the target. I mean, anybody who's played with a magnifying glass on a sunny day can attest to this. As far as lens systems go, I found what's probably the best option for the laser in a prototype projector I had sitting around. It's a big AR-coated F-theta lens that's rated for high laser powers. I made a mount for it using PVC fittings and then stuck it in front of the laser array. So how much more damage can it do? Using a piece of wood as a target shows that the beam shrinks to a fifth of the original size, which means a 25-fold increase in power density. It's crazy how instantly wood ignites in the beam. There's nothing like a nice, refreshing bottle of soda after a long day of building death rays. But it looks like I forgot to bring a bottle opener. What am I supposed to do now? Oh yeah, I almost forgot. I can just use the most powerful handheld laser in the world. Well, that's certainly frightening. Yeah, that's molten glass you're looking at. I wonder if I can use the laser to burn DVDs. Huh, do you get it? How about some coarse steel wool? Ooh, pretty orange sparks. Okay, this one's total overkill, but let's cut some electrical tape. And that was pretty satisfying. Can the laser strip the paint off of this steel lid? One way to find out. Huh, it works, but not very great. Actually, it seems to be damaging the metal itself. Okay, that's pretty ridiculous. I wonder if the beam can punch all the way through. Wow, that's crazy! I did not expect to see the day where I could shoot through metal with a handheld laser. Like, that's just unbelievable. It wasn't even that long ago that a blue laser of this strength would require the setup the size of a building to operate. It's crazy just how fast laser tech has progressed.